What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Hot Rod Model Cars. Today I just want to talk to you guys about this 67 Chevelle Pro Touring car that I done. As you can see in the back, those two cars there are the ones that were parts donors, and then I also used some parts from my Max Rat kit and the bodies from the leftover the 67 AMT kit that I used to build the Pro Street 55 Chevy with a long time ago. Anyway, this is the 55. If you've seen my channel, you'll know this car. Anyway, the body was left over from where I built this, so I needed a chassis for it. So the chassis came from the AMT kit back there, and then the wheels and the top part of the engine came from that new Mustang kit. Anyway, the Mustang kits and the Camaros and the Toyotas and Salvinas JR kits are all the same chassis. So, I mean, you could make it a Chevrolet or a Ford or whatever you want to, but I chose to make it into like an LS style engine, kind of. Anyway, this is the car. And I'd like to thank Jimmy over at Leadhead Custom Plastics. He inspired me to do this car. And that color that's on it is I sprayed it with the Candy Backer spray paint. And it's got this paint here is what I use for the Candy Backer. And then I used Sunset Magenta candy paint, and I also mixed it with some of this color shifter paint. And I don't know where I set the Sunset Magenta right now, but that's what I used. It's the Createx brand like this. It's deep purple, but anyway, that's the brand of paints that it's on the car. And then I used bare metal fuller on the windows. It has costume jewelry type diamonds for headlights. I got those from Jimmy. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I just black washed them. Kind of made them look like projectors. Kind of. Anyway, it's got the NASCAR wheels on it. On the front, I used I put the wheels together the way they're supposed to be, and then I just put Pegasus tires on it for the 20-inch tires, and they fit. And in the back, I just reversed the wheels because they're two-piece wheels, and made a deep dish and used the NASCAR slicks on the back. It also has the NASCAR brakes all the way around. And I used the decals from a one of those Malibu station wagons to get the cross-drilled rotors like that. And then the trunk lid opens. I ran fuel lines and everything out of it, and the batteries there down there. And then I took some aluminum pipe or whatever tube and cut it. This stuff right here that you get from Hobby Lobby. And I used it for the fuel filter, and I just put a spinner on top of it off of some wheels I had to make the fuel cap. And then it's got a Max Rat hood on it. I just filled up the hole and put the SS or decals on this cowl there. And the engine, I wired it up with the cools. I had to put beads on the top of the cools and everything, and then I made the crossover hose for the fuel rail. And then I got a little fuel line coming out of the back into fuel, like a regulator or whatever, and down into the going back toward the end, or the gas tank fuel cell. I didn't run it all the way. I really didn't have the right size stuff to do everything with. Anyway, and then it has the radiator out of the NASCAR kit, the metal yellow car. Now Scratch built the front roll cage parts. The top end of the engine, the heads, the valve covers, the intake, and the fuel rail and everything is from the the Mustang back there, and then I used a block from it's like a 358 Chevrolet engine, NASCAR motor. I used that block because it was easier to do, because the new NASCARs have the transaxle and all that, and just instead of cutting the transmission off and putting it on a two-piece block, I just used this block and everything. I thought it worked out better. But anyway, I made the headers out of solder and everything. I still got to do the rest of the exhaust. I'm still contemplating a good way to do that. So right now it's just open header, so it'll be loud. I made that drive shaft out of the same aluminum rod I showed you earlier, and then if you look right there, it has a slip yoke and everything in it that I made. Here's a couple of little touch-ups I still got to do to it, but I'm going to paint the panhard bar, and I got to touch up a little bit of the red up here where it got smeared up, but other than that, it's pretty much done. And then I got the red decal to put on the SS badge in the back of the grill. Anyway, and then I put bare metal full on the dash, because the Chevelle has chrome on the dash where the glove box goes and across the top. Let's see if I can turn my light on. See if you can see it. But the back of the seat's got bare metal full on them too to make them look aluminum, and then that's bare metal full for the back dash and decals I had for my Max Rat for speakers. And then it has the Chevrolet back seat delete from the AMT kit, and it's black, and I bare metal full the Chevrolet part. And it has the door panels from the AMT kit or whatever, but and then I used the decals on the for the Super Sport and the badge, the fender badge. I put bare metal full on the door handles. And it's got the roll cage out of a Max Rat car and all that. But there's the Chevelle. And then I want to show you guys real quick, this is a car I got from Jimmy the other day. I'm not sure if he's had it on his channel or not, but anyway, it's just a old retired drag car he built. It's one of the Revell kits. It has the opening and the closing doors and everything. It's pretty cool because he rusted it out. If you look, you can see how it's got pits and everything in it, and 4 flat tires. It's got a fuel cell in the back or whatever, and then you look where the chrome used to be, he drilled it out for that, and then he sanded down the grill and opened it up. That grill's really thin. Anyway, I got that from Jimmy the other day. I thought that was pretty cool. And then I have, this is one that I did just messing around, just rusted out and everything down to the bottom, all through there and back to there. And I put bullet holes in the back and rust holes. The fender's been crushed in, and then it has an engine in it. It's been tore down and set out in the rain looking like, Anyway, guys, I'm gonna let you go. I just wanted to show you the Chevelle, and thanks Jimmy for the inspiration. I appreciate it. And you guys leave a comment and share me out, and I appreciate you watching. Have a good one. Later.